Laos, the secret war. America never talked about during the Vietnam era. When people think of the Vietnam War, the spotlight often lands on Vietnam itself. But few realize that neighboring Laos became one of the most heavily bombed countries in the history of warfare, and most of it happened in secret. This is the story of the U.S. bombing campaign in Laos during the Vietnam War, a Cold War chapter shrouded in silence, but full of lessons for the modern world. Why was Laos involved in the Vietnam War? Although Laos officially declared neutrality, its geography made it a crucial battleground. A large portion of the Ho Chi Minh Trail, a vital supply route used by North Vietnamese forces, passed through eastern Laos. In response, the United States, aiming to disrupt enemy logistics and slow down communist expansion, launched a covert bombing campaign. The Covert Bombing Campaign, 1964-1973. Over a span of 9 years, the U.S. conducted more than 580,000 bombing missions over Laos. These operations were part of what became known as the Secret War, authorized under covert programs run by the CIA. The goal was simple: destroy North Vietnamese supply routes, support the Royal Lao government against the communist Pathet Lao insurgency, prevent Laos from falling under communist influence. But this conflict was never officially declared to the American public until years later. Strategic importance and Cold War context. During the Cold War, the U.S. was deeply committed to containing the spread of communism in Southeast Asia. Laos, though small and neutral on paper, became a key domino in the larger U.S.-Soviet proxy rivalry. The support wasn't just military. The CIA also trained and armed Hmong fighters, an ethnic minority in Laos, to serve as ground forces against the Pathet Lao and North Vietnamese troops. Why it was called the Secret War. Unlike the battles in Vietnam, U.S. military actions in Laos were never officially acknowledged by the government at the time. Reporters were restricted, congressional oversight was limited, and the American public remained largely unaware. The full scale of the campaign didn't become widely known until decades later, when declassified documents and veterans' testimonies surfaced. Legacy and long-term impact. Even after the conflict ended, Laos continues to suffer from its wartime legacy. Millions of unexploded bombs still litter the countryside. Many rural areas remain unsafe for farming or development. International aid efforts continue to remove these hidden threats and help affected communities. But despite this, the people of Laos have shown tremendous resilience, and the U.S. has since committed funds and resources to assist in post-war recovery and demining. Why this story matters today. The story of Laos during the Vietnam War reminds us that not all wars are officially declared. Some of the greatest human costs occur away from the headlines. Transparency and accountability in international relations are critical. Understanding Laos helps us appreciate the broader scope of the Cold War beyond just what happened in Vietnam, and shines light on the human stories caught in geopolitical crossfire.